Angela. Can you just tell us a little bit about who you are and why you pursued trauma care training?
Yeah, sure. So my name is Angela, and I'm working for Haven of Hope for many years now, but I also work as a trauma-informed care educator in my community and around other counties and even internationally. The reason I got into trauma care was because I've worked with at-risk youth for as long as I can remember, 25 years, and I've always wanted to know how to help them best. And so my background is counseling and then a specialization in trauma-informed care.
For people that aren't familiar with trauma-informed care, can you briefly tell us, what is it?
Yeah, sure. I know it's such a buzzword. You kind of hear it all over the place now. And what it really is, it's a therapeutic model that helps caretakers to have informed strategies of how to help their children develop and overcome the trauma that they suffered in their lives to get back on their trajectory of healthy development. And what's so exciting is really in the last 10 years, we've learned so much more about the brain that now we understand a lot better than we ever have why humans do what they do, why they behave the way they behave. And so trauma care makes it a very practical model for anybody to learn. Children heal in relationships, and caretakers provide that relationship. So it's really for everybody who takes care of children.
Okay, and then why is trauma care so important for, let's say, orphans? Like, that's the group of people that we work with, specifically that we try to help rescue, love, restore, and equip. So why is it so important for orphans?
Well, so orphans, the definition of an orphan is somebody who doesn't have parents or adults that care for them or they belong to. And so trauma is, in essence, developmental trauma is in essence a broken relationship where you haven't received the nurture and the love and the care for your body and brain to develop well. So for our children, they need trauma care so that the people that are in their lives now understand how their brains and bodies function and pick them up there and help them go through the steps that they missed out on when they were on their own before they were with our orphanages. A lot of our children came from very abusive relationships or no relationships at all. They lived on the streets. So trauma care helps our educators and our TIAs, that's what we call the caretakers in our Hispanic orphanages, to know how to respond to our children in a therapeutic way. So you don't just have to rely on a therapist, which is really not always something you can do in a third world country. You don't have the luxury to go to a therapist, but every person in that child's life becomes a therapeutic relationship. So it's super important to help our children heal.